Dear lovely people, welcome to the channel. We have some details on Liam Payne death. Unfortunately, a partial autopsy has revealed that many Ds were in his system, including pink a recreational drug that typically is a mix of several D, including methamphetamine, ketamine, MDMA, and others, as well as coke, a benzodiazepine, and wow, this is wild. There was also an aluminum pipe to ingest the D. Was also found in his hotel room, according to the source. So obviously, this makes me upset for a lot of reasons because basically what has happened here is that he reached out to somebody, probably through the hotel, and some ruthless or messed up junkie obliged to find, whatever they could find to get him high. Probably not the best of these you could get. An insider close to Liam Payne quipped he did not take his own life and could have been saved. I honestly agree with this statement. Telling the most detailed story about the last hours of Payne to the Daily Mail on Sunday, the insider believed that he would have lived if an ambulance had been called right away when he fainted in the hotel lobby in Buenos Aires on Wednesday, instead of later when he was back alone in his third floor room. Reflecting on the perfect day promise, the source articulated Liam didn't have to die. Liam didn't want to die. He had promised us he would never commit as he was looking forward to the future. If someone had called an ambulance when he collapsed in the hotel lobby instead of taking him back to his room and leaving him there alone in a psychotic state, he would still be with us, the source shared. For the unversed, Payne died instantly after falling 45 feet from his hotel balcony onto the patio below 5:04 p.m. in the morning, 16 of October. During investigation, police claimed that some D were found in his room. However, the same outlet reports that several police sources have clarified that investigators think someone in the room gave him the D, including crystal. It is also reported that the hotel management conducted an internal investigation and fired at least one employee, but the hotel has not shed light on the matter yet. It is pertinent to mention that the investigator told member of service that the investigation into Payne's death is ongoing and said charges against the suppliers of drugs were imminent. Well, I got some stuff to say here. First of all, I suppose that Buenos Aires, probably they have a little bit of distaste of police, a little bit like in Naples, where I come from. But this type of behavior, I think it's what cost the life of this dude. Probably they didn't want to have problems, right? They saw the guy was high. Probably they misjudged it because there are videos or articles saying that he was already passed out next to the elevator and they dragged him on a couch to let him sleep there. And then the manager says, look, no, you cannot be here, basically, and send him back to his room. I don't know what else happened in that room. That would be very interesting to know because some people should go to jail, in my opinion. Ruthless people just for a bunch of probably 100 quids or whatever. Absolutely ruthless. And the people in charge of the hotel, right? If they were in cahoots, because the guy that probably worked in the hotel that reached out to the dealers, maybe either was doing this alone or with the awareness also of somebody else in there, right? Because you don't call the police, you see one of your guests that is a famous singer that is passed out on the elevator, and you send him back to his room that is already sleeping on the couch. You don't wonder whether or not you should call a doctor. You should inquire, just because perhaps you know something and you don't want the troubles. I really look forward for some heads to roll, honestly. And obviously, the other question is, Liam Payne had an addiction problem. That seems obvious. And there is no other way around this shit, right? But if he was on the first floor, right, they would have left him there while the highway passed. He didn't have, most likely wouldn't have a chance to be in a psychotic state or being in an hallucinogenic state and misjudge distances and height and whatnot because you're high as a kite, and he would have survived. I'm really looking forward this investigation to let some ads roll, honestly. This is completely negligence. If you work in an hotel and one of your guests it's passed out, I don't give a shit. You don't want a problem. You call the police. You call an ambulance. And would have called an ambulance. They would have found out he was under drug. Okay, it's illegal to be under drug there. That's true. He could have faced probably charges, or could have faced a fine. I don't know. Usually, when you use them, there is different, let's say, protocols, right? Different laws. I don't know exactly how it is in Argentina, but most likely, I don't think they would have arrested him or kept him in jail. Probably they would have questioned him. Maybe they would have revoked his visa. Maybe they would have banned him from entering the country for a number of years even. But one thing they would have done, they would have assisted him, waited that the high was over, and saved his fucking life. Obviously, the best thing is not to do drugs, right? 31-year-old, good-looking guy, still having his career, left a freaking son behind. It's tragic. It's fucking tragic. And this type of shit shouldn't happen. And sometimes happen because some people don't want to be bothered. Don't want to be bothered by taking maybe an extra precaution, right? This is negligence. Beyond the fact that this dude unfortunately had an addiction problem. It's negligence from a lot of people involved in this hotel. Because when you have a star like this, a lot of people are aware. This is not a dude that was unknown and it was causing a ruckus, right? Probably the whole freaking hotel was aware of this shit. And nobody wanted to have problems. Nobody did the right thing. And this is what pisses me off the most. People are forgetting to be empathetic. Do the right thing next time. Call the freaking ambulance.